and the topic is road rage. Road rage seems to be an increasing phenomenon on our streets and highways, and it's starting to take more lives, in particular the lives of motorcyclists. And this is a very disturbing trend, of course, for anybody, but especially for those who ride. And what we need to think about as riders is, are we doing anything to contribute to this rise? Is there something that we're doing that's causing or contributing to this rise in statistics? If that is the case, if some of this does lie with us, some of this responsibility, which I believe it does, then what is it behaviorally that we're doing that's actually causing this to happen? Clearly cutting people off, doing real fast ride-bys and, blazing by their doors, that pisses people off. It does. And if you live in a state, which there's only one at the current time, California, where lane splitting is legal, or let's just say it's not specifically illegal, then how are you doing the lane splitting? Are you being a jerk about it? Again, like I said, are you blowing people's doors off, buzzing by them? Are you getting unnecessarily close to their vehicle? Things like that. But there's more to it. There's also a reactionary aspect of it, and that is, sometimes we'll be lane splitting and somebody will kind of swerve over and get kind of close to us, and we'll get pissed off about it. Okay? But, whether the person did it deliberately or not is an issue, and it is angering. But how you react to that can have a huge effect on where it goes from there. And if you're going to do that, if you're going to react in a harsh manner that's going to escalate the situation, then you're putting yourself in grave danger. And unfortunately, this escalating type situation has recently cost the life of a fellow rider whose name was, I'll put it in the comments, I can't remember right now, but the evidence we have on this one so far, we do have a little bit of video evidence, which is great. Someone saw this situation going down as a passenger in a vehicle, pulled up their cell phone, got a little bit of video of the situation. And what that video shows is it shows a woman driving a car right on the back tire of a motorcyclist, almost hitting him. And I'm not sure if there's video of the actual impact, but at least shortly after the video clip that we do have, the woman did strike the man, knocking him down the road and off of his bike, and then she proceeded to run him over and kill him. Now, her mother has come out in her defense saying, everyone has it all wrong. My daughter's basically, in so many words, an innocent little angel that would never hurt a fly. And it was just a terrible accident. Well, clearly that's not the case, because we can tell from the video that she was riding right on top of this guy's rear tire. And that right there is it's putting a life in danger. It's it's reckless, it's dangerous, and even in and of itself is creating a situation where there can be a loss of life. And that responsibility rests firmly on the driver of the car doing that. Beyond that, We also have video of her on the side of the road after the police have arrived, and she's giving them her side of the story. And when you watch this video clip, you're going to see the body language is very agitated, it's very aggressive, it's very angry, and I would even call it violent. It's displaying an attitude of anger and violence. And this speaks to the mental state of the operator of the car herself. And what is that? That is blowing her top, out of control, angry, violent. That's what it shows. So when you put this all together, you can see that at the very least, this is a case of vehicular homicide. And it's so damn tragic and heartbreaking that it upsets me really bad. I'm choking back tears because I'm trying to be objective, but I can feel it inside my heart. It hurts. So this man lost his life. Now, we don't have video of the entire interaction and situation, but having as much experience as I do riding and interacting with motorists on, in a good way and also in a not so good way, piecing it together, here's my take on it. My take on it is this gentleman was legally lane splitting in California, and while he was doing this, the woman in the vehicle either accidentally or deliberately swerved toward him, cut him off, something that which angered him. He had a visceral response to this. His response was to possibly knock on her window, yell at her, maybe get, extra close to her vehicle, which apparently he would have if he would have knocked on her window. Maybe he even kicked at her door or something like that. Who knows? We don't know that part of it yet. But these are all possibilities, okay? So I'm just running through a scenario here. So let's say that he did indeed knock on her window or even kick her door. Then her response was already, she was probably already irate, and she has a history of threatening and violence. So you can only imagine her visceral response to something like this. And that response was to run up on his rear tire, and which led to eventually him being struck, thrown from the bike, ran over, and killed. So, there's lessons to be learned here for everybody. First of all, you don't know who or what you're dealing with when you're dealing with another human being anywhere in any situation. Be it on the road, be it in person, be it your neighbor down the street, whatever. You have no idea. And it pays to be wise when you're dealing with human beings. Human beings can be deadly. They can be deadly at any time, any place, any way. And that's where the responsibility falls on our shoulders as riders. If, somebody does something to piss us off, how are we going to react? Are we going to react in a way that escalates the situation? Or leaves it alone? Or, depending on the situation, de-escalating it? What's the wise choice here? Being a hothead and being reactionary and escalating situations in any place with anyone is always a recipe for disaster. I'm speaking from experience. I've done it in the past. I've done some real stupid things, okay? But I eventually got it through my thick skull that that's not the wise or right way to handle situations. And you're inviting danger for yourself. You may even be inviting danger for others around you. So, you know, escalating situations, being insightful, that's always stupid. It's always the wrong move. I don't care what it is. It's always the wrong choice. And that's where our responsibility lies. That's where it begins. So, a word of caution to everybody out there. Period. But in particular, my fellow riders, I don't want to hear about any more of you, you know, getting caught in a situation and losing their life over something so stupid. It's so stupid. It is so not worth your life. It's not worth anybody's life. You know, and maybe you think you're a tough guy or tough girl and whatever, you're just going to do whatever. Okay, well then you're being selfish. Now you're not considering those that care about you and those that your injury and your potential death may bring. And that's not fair. That's selfish. And that's not okay. So anyways, I'm just going to leave the topic at that. You think about it. You make your own decisions. You do what you want to do. You heard my advice. You heard my take on the whole situation. Stay safe out there, everybody. It's not worth your life.